This week on Martyr's Row,
Do aliens have the best merch?
was Hitler building a Nephilim army?
Does King David kill two giants named Goliath?
Did we find an error in the Bible?
Was Goliath's brother French?
L'ami?
L'ami!
Let's find out.
3, 2, 1.
Saint Afra of Augsburg, who in her former life had walked in darkness, was by the mercy of God brought unto repentance and faith in Christ. In the persecution under Diocletian, she was accused before the judge and commanded to sacrifice to the idols. But she freely confessed that she had renounced her former sins and now served the living God. For this she was condemned to the fire and bound to a stake upon an island in the river Lech. There she endured the flames with steadfast heart, calling upon Christ until her spirit was released. Thus Afra, once a vessel of shame, was made a witness of grace, showing that the Lord refuseth none who truly turn unto him, and that mercy may triumph, even in the hour of death. Anno Domini 304. Hey, Paul.
What's up?
That's like how we always log in. I was going to say log in. We log in, type in our password.
You've got mail.
Click, 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 click. You've got mail. Congratulations. Yay. An email.
Going on dial up.
I feel like I'm in. Do you ever feel like you go through a week where like
have you ever thought that maybe
did you ever like when
and then
have you ever tried to start a sentence and nothing comes out?
And then you think you could do anything?
But this is a clear example of how I feel right now. Where like you get into a week and you're not sure, like it could either be Monday night or Friday morning.
Yes.
Like you don't actually know where you are in the week.
Yesterday felt like Saturday morning to me.
I don't even know what right now is. And the
4
crazy,
a.m.
the crazy, well, that's the problem. The crazy thing is right now is not right then, and right now is not right now.
That's true.
So when they are is not when we are.
Yeah. So we're in the past for them in the future.
Yeah, but they could be in the future listening to us in the past.
That's exactly it.
It's what you said.
That is what I did. You just flipped it.
Yeah. So I feel like I'm in this weird loophole. Like I'm just like in this like almost like in Finding Nemo, Disney plug.
Yep.
When they get in the jet stream, whatever the like
with the turtles?
Yeah, the turtles.
Yeah.
They get in that, I forget what it's called, but there's like a name for it.
I can't remember.
And it's like the water goes really fast and they jump into it.
Yeah.
Shoots them across the ocean.
Let's see what little squirt can do.
All right.
That was so totally out. Okay, keep going.
Nemo touched the butt.
He touched the butt.
Oh, what a great movie.
That's a great movie.
So here's a question that I have for you, Paul.
Yeah.
Before we're supposed to ask a question, I'm asking a question. And I'm actually kind of afraid to ask you this question.
Okay.
Because you're not going to see it coming. What are your thoughts about aliens?
Oh. You dog. You know what I think what I love about this question?
Okay.
Is because I love asking other people this question.
Really?
Yeah.
You've never asked me.
That's true. I haven't.
No. But you can't ask me because I just asked you.
I know.
You can't ask me. I asked you.
No. That's how that works. No takes backsies. That's true. I guess I haven't.
No.
I think it's because I like to do it to make people uncomfortable.
That's
I know you wouldn't be uncomfortable with it.
Oh, that's flattering.
Yeah. But no, I love it because there are some people that are like, no, absolutely not. They're all fake. It's like, oh okay, that's interesting. And other people are like, oh yeah, you know my brother's an alien. And it's like, okay.
Wait, what?
Like, all right. Then you meet him, you're like, oh yeah, he is.
Or at least he got visited by some.
Yeah. My thoughts on aliens.
Okay.
You know, I mean, like my honest answer?
Yeah,
I mean, you would have made up one.
No, I'm no. I think whatever's the most fun for you right now.
Yeah. I think it's fun for me to just be like, yeah, probably, but also like, what?
Yeah. Okay, but that's not really an answer.
No, it's not. I guess it's like, it's one of those where,
And I didn't ask, do you believe in it? Do you believe in love, life after love?
Yeah. What are my thoughts on them?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on aliens?
Yeah, my thoughts are they're weird.
They are weird.
And also,
you're saying a lot by saying that.
I know. I don't think they're green.
Okay. Interesting.
But also, that makes me sad.
Why?
Because I like the aesthetic of a neon green alien.
Okay, I understand that.
There's something that just kind of feels right about it.
And I'm like, okay.
They're like,
because they feel more organic. Maybe.
Yeah. Because otherwise they're like, they're gray. It's like,
yeah, or they're like
boring.
or they're like brown. Like E.T. was like brown.
Like that trend, like the millennial gray.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's where it's like,
are millennials gray aliens?
Oh no!
Did we just crack the code?
Are you turning gray?
Am I?
We're aliens. Buzz, look, an alien.
Where?
That's a mirror. Oh no!
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've also heard from people recently.
Yeah.
And I think this is interesting.
Okay.
Where they're actually not real. As far as like, yes, you can like. These are their thoughts.
Okay.
Just so I don't, put myself in a corner here.
Yeah. No.
Where they're like, oh yeah, like they will come down and like abduct people, and they're like a real thing there, but they're actually like an organic robot, basically.
Oh, I see.
And
what
I'm
you're
like,
saying.
that's interesting. I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah. Okay. That's weird.
I'm just giving you a lot of thoughts on aliens.
Yeah, these are thoughts.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm actually answering your question.
Well, that was my question.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm giving a lot of thoughts.
Yeah, I like the thoughts.
Yeah. I also...
Do you feel compelled to say anything about aliens?
Or
Or not really?
do I feel compelled to say anything about them? I feel like leave the cows alone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I feel like cows have gone through enough. People don't let them fart anymore.
Yeah, cow emissions.
Yeah, that's the more appropriate way to say it.
Cow emissions are
Did
a
you
problem.
know they did that actually?
They
think it was
removed their emissions
somewhere in Europe. Yeah, there was like some pill they were giving them to stop their gaseous emissions.
Ugh.
And
That
they
could
have
not
been
have ended
falling
well.
over dead.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like very very soon after.
They probably had.
And they're like, "Oh, what the? How did that happen?" It's like, well,
you gave them really bad heartburn without relief.
Yes.
That's what happened.
Now have some grass. It's not gonna work out well.
Yeah, good point. They have multiple stomachs too.
Yeah.
Oof.
And they're gonna swallow some air.
Oof. Think about being bloated when you have more than one stomach.
You have 5 stomachs to bloat.
Man, these are some interesting thoughts on aliens.
Yeah. Let's see. What other thoughts do I have? You might not want any more.
I like this though. It's not because the question is not like, are aliens real, or do you believe in aliens, or is it possible for aliens to exist? The question is, what are your thoughts on aliens?
Yeah, and that's actually the best part.
We should just ask that every opening.
What
are your thoughts on?
What are your new thoughts on?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's actually pretty good.
I almost don't want to ask you any more pointed questions. Just let you pontificate about what your thoughts are. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come up with some.
Because it's kind of fun.
It is fun.
Like, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. You know what I would like to see from aliens?
Yeah?
I would like to see more of like the laser fingers.
Okay.
We only got that with E.T.
Okay.
I haven't heard any stories about it from modern day aliens.
Fair. You mean like glowing light bulb finger?
Yeah, like the E.T. go home.
Yeah, but he doesn't like, it's not a laser.
No, it's more like a light, like glows.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see any aliens.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, but like
but I'm trying not to ask leading questions.
Any stories I hear from people that claim to have, they don't talk about glowing fingers, and I think that's, I think they downgraded.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
I like these thoughts.
What else?
Keep going. I like it.
You know what else I really like about aliens?
I like the ambiguous nature of this.
And I'm just coming up with...
Because inevitably someone listening is going to be like so frustrated that we're not actually saying anything. I mean,
I want to know if people agree with my ideas.
You're implying the existence of them, but you're not doing it in a way that gives any concrete belief or understanding or legitimacy to any claim.
Yeah, that's what's fun.
That's fun.
No, you know the one thing I do love? They actually did really good on this.
Okay.
Is some of their branding.
Okay. They did really good on this?
Yeah, whoever did it.
Yeah.
Like the one of like the saucer UFO.
Okay.
With the gray saucer with like a couple green lights going on. And then the yellow beam with a cow just like halfway up. Okay. I know I said leave the cows alone, but that picture is kind of sick.
Okay. So you like their merch?
I like their merch.
Okay. Yeah. So your thoughts on aliens are I like their merch.
Leave the cows alone, love the merch, and get the glowy fingers back.
You know what's always weird to me is like black eyes.
That is creepy.
Yeah, maybe we don't need to go there.
Well, I think the bigger they are, the less creepy they are, though.
Interesting.
Because then they start to get cute.
Because they're not round?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
You know, like you think of like the little Disney creatures. They've got big black eyes.
Little Disney creatures?
Yeah, like the little sidekicks. They're like with princesses.
Nope. They have black eyes?
Well, like the big pupils. Like
you talking about the Seven Dwarves?
No. No.
Okay.
Like which one did I just see?
I don't know.
Like the no, not that one.
Stitch.
There you go.
Okay.
What's another one? What's another Disney movie with the sidekick?
That's an alien?
No, just animals.
An animal sidekick?
Yeah, they have tons of animal sidekicks.
Airbud?
He's the main character.
Yeah, that's right. The human's the sidekick.
You know, like in like Moana, like she's got the rooster.
Okay, but that's not an alien.
No. I'm just saying like cute animals with big eyes.
Got it. She also has a pig called Pua.
That's awesome.
It's a great name.
That's amazing.
If you have a pet pig, Pua is a great name.
Pua.
Yeah. I like it.
That's pretty good. But no, they have like big eyes.
Interesting.
And so I feel like the bigger the eyes are.
But so do the Disney princesses.
Yeah. That's true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's intentional to be endearing. That makes sense.
Yeah. So maybe that's what aliens are trying to do with their big eyes.
Interesting. Okay.
They're like, see, we're more endearing. Our eyes are huge.
They keep getting bigger.
But then bugs are creepy. And they've got giant eyes.
So that's the thing, yeah. Like, there was there's a book of like dinosaurs that one of my boys has, and there's one dinosaur in there. I think it's called a troodon.
Okay.
And it just straight up looks like an alien.
That's crazy.
But like as a lizard, which then is like, wait a minute. Are we sure that this is a dinosaur and not just an insect?
Does it work at NASA?
Huh.
Oops, sorry, NASA.
I was actually not going to ask you that question. I was going to talk about a guy at NASA.
Oh, really?
So maybe we could do that next time.
Let's do that next time.
Okay, because it's weird.
I want to ask you your thoughts on something next at some point.
Okay.
Because that'd be fun. I actually really like that question. That was great.
Yeah? Well, we'll see if anybody cares at all.
Yeah, that's true, because I basically just started talking.
Yeah. But I think sometimes it's like, hey, guys, it's okay to like ask a weird question like that.
Yeah.
I could go into a pastoral point, but I'm just not going to.
Yeah, they get it.
Okay.
I have no clue.
What do you think about aliens?
What are your thoughts on aliens?
They have great merch.
Their merch is amazing. Leave the cows alone. Bring back the lady fingers.
3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me one guy taller than the rest, from the land of Gath, built like a test. Tell me he's a champion even when I know he's not. Standing in the valley talking lots of trash, barely even scared until a stone is flying. Everybody's quiet, this got real easy. It's easy as 1, 2. There's only one hand that counts, from one right up to 6. Not normal. There's only 1 foot that lands, 6 toes deep in the sand. Not normal. Give me more giants from the family line. Brothers just like him every single time. Tell me it's a detail that we shouldn't even know. But it's all in the words they wrote. Best that they had to separate the giants. Counting all their digits, it makes it easy. It's easy as 1, 2. There's only one hand that counts from 1 right up to 6. Not normal. There's only 1 foot that lands 6 toes deep in the sand. Not normal. There's only 1 hand that counts from 1 right up to 6. Not normal. There's only 1 foot that lands 6 toes deep in the sand. Not normal.
And there was again war at Gath, where there was a man of great stature who had 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot, 24 in number. And he also was descended from the giants. Hey, Paul, I got a question for you.
I got a couple questions myself.
Well, let me ask the first one.
Okay. Yeah.
You know Goliath?
Mm-hmm. Big boy.
Personally?
Not personally.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't really made it into that circle yet.
So my question is...
And I don't think I'm allowed to make it into this.
I don't think you want to get there.
I don't.
That doesn't mean you couldn't potentially talk to Goliath.
Well, yeah, but that's kind of like, not allowed.
Also not my question.
Yeah, anyway.
So Goliath,
yeah.
The
big boy.
The friendly giant. Everyone's favorite giant. Did Goliath have 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot? And did I just read the Bible?
That's the other one. That's really the question. Did I just read the Bible?
Is that what I just read?
Is that from El Biblico?
Biblico?
Yeah, I couldn't think of it.
El Biblico? That sounds like a coffee parlor.
Does.
I like that. So I'll answer my last question.
Yeah.
Which was, yes, it was 2 Samuel chapter 21,
yes,
verse 20.
And there is a parallel verse to that, which is the 1 Chronicles 20.
Okay, so
yeah.
Let's get into the question.
Okay, yeah.
After I ask another question.
Okay, perfect.
So in true Martyr's Row form.
Yeah. It's like the inception of questions.
It is, because as I was reading this, I thought, okay, wait a minute. So if I go up to verse 19, it says, "And there was again war with the Philistines at Gob, and Elhanan, the son of Jar-Oregim, the Bethlehemite, struck down Goliath the Gittite, the shaft of whose spear was like a weaver's beam."
Yeah.
Does that mean that Elhanan killed another person named Goliath?
That's a great question too.
But so, okay. Have you thought about that, or did you know I was even going to ask you that?
I didn't know you were going to ask me that.
Okay. Did you know that that's what it says directly?
I actually didn't know that.
It's very confusing.
Yeah. Wait, read it one more time.
Okay. So so this is 2 Samuel 21, verse 19. "And there was again war with the Philistines at Gob, and Elhanan, the son of Jar-Oregim, and the Bethlehemite, struck down Goliath the Gittite, the shaft of whose spear was like a weaver's beam." Okay, here's the thing that's tough. If you look at the notes, it says, contrast 1 Chronicles 20, verse 5, which may preserve the original reading. So that's the passage you're talking about.
Yes.
1 Chronicles 20, verse 5. Now, in that one, it's a parallel, and it says, "And there was again war with the Philistines." Sounds like the same. "And Elhanan, the son of Jair, struck down Lami, the brother of Goliath the Gittite." So
that's the one I'm familiar with.
did we find what do I call it? I'm scared to say. A misprint? Did we find a misprint in the Bible?
Is there?
So, I mean, this is an overlap from 2 Samuel to 1 Chronicles.
Yeah.
And, like, when you read through Chronicles and particularly Chronicles and Kings, and then you look at 1 and 2 Samuel, like, these retellings of all these stories,
yeah,
they all overlap. And, like, particularly Kings and Chronicles, we've talked about this before.
They reference each other.
Yeah, and they're like, I'm not going to keep talking because it's in the other book.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they say.
Yeah.
So, like, this is one of those instances where I think if I just read that scripture passage, the 2 Samuel 21, verse 19, I think reading it directly, just that verse, it looks like it's saying the wrong thing.
Yeah.
In comparison. But if you read the whole chapter, then it sets up who actually killed him.
I see.
But if you just read it by itself,
that
it literally is wrong.
Yes.
Which is weird.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really strange.
Yeah. So
I mean, because a part of this, like, I'm more familiar with the First Chronicles passage.
Yeah.
Where it clearly says, like, oh, this is Goliath's brother.
Correct. Yeah. It's what's his name? Lami. Probably not how you say it. Because he's probably not French. That would be wild. You know Goliath the Gittite, his brother Lami is French.
Lami. That's kind of funny, actually.
So thoughts?
Yeah, well, it's interesting because on one hand, it's one of those, if you're gonna say, like, oh yeah, do you know that? I mean, there was a giant clan that had 6 fingers and 6 toes.
Oh, right.
On each, and it's like, all right, where are you getting that from? It's like, no, actually, literally the Bible.
Yeah, the Bible literally said, we just read it.
Yeah.
At the beginning of this.
It's literally in here.
Yeah.
Like, that's one. It's like, no, we're not. There's no speculation. If you like, well, you can't go outside the Bible. It's like, no, it's right here.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, even looking at that discrepancy of, like, from 2 Samuel to 1 Chronicles, it's like if you keep looking around at stuff, it's like this stuff all overlaps and interlocks in a way that's kind of interesting, and then cross references itself. Like it's kind of written and set up and designed for it to reference itself.
Yes.
So like in some ways, if there's a perceived error in 1 and 2 Samuel, of a historical event chronologically, it's intended to cross-reference Chronicles. Like that's just kind of how it was designed. Yeah. Which is also weird.
That's true.
And meaning, like, for us, I feel like it's one of those things where when we look at it, we go, no, we want it to be exactly, like, perfect and fully filled out. Well, it is perfect. It's just not, it's like you're reading and formatting. Anyways.
Yes. Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
So Goliath.
Yeah. Goliath. What a boy.
But to be fair, though, it wasn't Goliath.
Well, so that's the big thing in here is, like,
okay,
it's only explicitly saying one person has that.
True.
So then it's like it's kind of left up to speculation. Yeah. And just like, okay, what's our best guess based on what we know of, like, biology and science and
oh yeah, that's
genetics. You know what I mean?
So what do we know?
That's a great question. Well, so the interesting thing here first is, like, Lami. Lami is one of Goliath's brothers. That's what it says. Yeah. And so they were in Chronicles, the Chronicler. The Chronicler? Which is actually kind of a cool name.
I know, I like it.
I want to be a chronicler.
I mean, we kind of are.
Yeah, actually, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know.
So he explicitly groups 4 Philistine warriors from Gath and they're all killed by David's men.
Right. Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting, I think, in one hand, because we're very familiar with David and Goliath.
Sure.
Where David kills Goliath.
Yes.
But then we're not very familiar with the fact that there were 4 others that David's men went out and killed.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, too, because David's not the one who kills the other ones.
No.
It's like, oh, it's actually other people, too.
Well, and not only that, there's in the telling of it, it kind of mentions that, like, David gets exhausted and, like, his buddy, like, comes and helps him out.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's, like, a little bit like David couldn't quite keep up with what was going on.
Yes.
Or he's just exhausted from war and, like, needs his guys, you know?
Yeah. He's
David's mighty men.
But I think that's also very consistent with who God is.
Okay.
In that...
I'm not sure where you're going with that.
I know.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is, like, if David went out and killed all of them, we'd be more likely to go, wow, David is the giant killer, and he's the only one that can do it.
Oh, I see, yeah.
But God's like, no, I'm going to have everyone else do it from here on out.
Yeah.
Just to make sure they know that it wasn't you.
Yeah, I could see that. It's like in his strength.
Yeah.
The Lord comes through.
Yeah.
With friends and different things like that. But the other thing that's kind of interesting too is these other giants are like when David is older.
Yes.
So like that's kind of a weird thing because when we look at the giants surrounding Goliath or surrounding the story of David, who basically is like David and his mighty men are giant slayers.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what they are. Like,
yes.
They're kind of like, or they're quite literally are finishing off the job that Joshua and the children of Israel could not get done when they first moved into the land of Canaan.
Yeah, they're actually like finishing it up.
Yeah, as best they can, because after that point, it's much more diminished of the presence of giants in the land of Israel.
Because after this with David and his mighty men, it is kind of. I feel like a lot of scholars kind of mark that as like this is the end of the giants,
right?
Because like they took care of them all.
Yeah, it's perceivably the end of the giants in Israel.
Yes,
not necessarily the end of the giants.
That's fair.
Yeah, but in the biblical narrative,
yes,
for sure,
they're not really a problem physically anymore.
No, and arguably they all just go to Ohio.
Yes.
That's a different podcast.
No.
Paul, why are you so short?
Well, they didn't go to Ohio, I can tell you that.
What about the Serpent Mounds?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay, different podcast.
They're like, and we're done. We're out. Yeah. Forgot about that.
But
anyway, so
that's a wild tangent.
Yes. But yeah, so like the term here for these extra.
Oh wait. What I was gonna say is the whole reason I said that. Sorry, I threw myself off. The whole reason I said that was because a lot of times I think we think of, and we even talked about last time, like the idea of David finishing off what Samson couldn't. And the idea that like the Philistines were ruling over the Israelites and they made their way all the way up to the Valley of Elah, which is the south region. And then finally, with the help of David, he kills Goliath, and then they push the Philistines back to their border. And when they do that, though, we think of that as the end of the giants.
Yeah.
But as far as David's life goes, that's the beginning of the giants.
Yes. Because they still have a lot more fighting to do.
Yes. Yeah. And yeah, there's conversations around the sling and all that stuff, which is kind of interesting.
Yes.
But
no, that's true.
We're not talking about that.
No, but that is an interesting piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the other giants.
Yes, other giants.
Are they his brothers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Done.
See you later.
So the other ones at least, and there are a couple that are named from we see like with Jonathan.
Okay.
That are from like a different clan.
Yes.
So the ones that are named here are the ones from Gath.
Right.
And so more than likely they would have all been related.
Okay.
Maybe not like brothers per se, but maybe like, oh, that's my cousin.
Yeah, that makes sense. because of their stature. They probably all shared some type of... But we don't necessarily have that, though, right? We only really have one...
Well, because the other thing we have is even the Hebrew that's used there to talk about them.
Yeah.
And I will not be able to pronounce that Hebrew, but it means born of the Rapha.
Okay, yeah.
Or descendant of the giant.
Yeah, of the giant.
Yeah, that's what it says. Yeah. But that's then later. That's where we get the term like the Rephaim.
Right. I wonder who the giant is.
I know, right? Og.
Well, he would be potentially later.
And I think he was earlier.
Earlier than David?
Yeah.
I'd have to look into that.
I'm pretty sure.
He's in 1 Samuel.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was earlier.
I think you're right. Yeah, so Raphaim, and then Anakim.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's all like kind of critical and kind of important.
Yeah, they're all like different, technically like different, I guess, clans. I would say it that way, but they're all related.
Yeah.
In some way or another.
Yeah.
And in some of them, the Bible itself, within its genealogies, if you're awake enough to read those, or nerdy enough to pay attention, like us.
True. Yeah.
It actually lays out how some of them are related.
Oh yeah.
Where it's just like, oh yeah, and this person became this person who had this person who had that person who became these people.
Yeah, and arguably.
And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but arguably, it's not It doesn't seem like it necessarily has to be a line of individuals.
Right.
So, like, in the same way where when we talked about Nimrod...
I was just about to say that, yeah.
Yeah, and, like, Nimrod becomes a Gibborim.
Yes.
Or he becomes a Gibbor. And it's that idea, I think that, like, it's not necessarily that it has to be passed down bloodline-wise, but potentially there's some type of ritual taking place that would either turn a person in this direction, or potentially... some rituals done that an offspring would come forth from that.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is probably more likely in later giants.
And yes, I think so. And that's where a lot of it we see a lot of these groupings. It's like, oh, here's a culture that practices this.
Yes.
So then we see more people related to that because, well, yeah, this group of people does that.
Yeah.
But it is also...
Without being too vague.
Yeah, I know.
We're like kind of not saying anything.
That was very concrete. But I think it is also interesting, even with Goliath and the others.
Yeah.
Because we think of them as like, oh, they're Philistines.
Oh,
but it's
right.
like they're actually not Philistines.
Yeah, I mean.
But they're more like hitmen for hire.
Right.
And so.
Well, even this passage in 1 Chronicles calls Goliath a Gittite.
Yes.
Which is a funny name.
It is a pretty funny name.
Yeah. So yeah.
Git.
But he's in the region of Gath.
Yeah.
And Gath specifically is like a hotbed for giants.
Yes.
Like the giants of Gath.
It's a pretty big deal.
But the thing is like technically the Lami, the French brother of Goliath.
French brother.
the French brother of Goliath.
Yeah.
He's actually the only one that's explicitly named.
Yeah.
So there's a potential that like when we talk about the idea of David coming to the battle with 5 stones.
Oh, we are going there. Nice.
Oh, I didn't think about it until just now.
Yeah.
But like when he comes to the battle with 5 stones, and like if you know anything about, because the slingshots, like pretty much as weaponry got better.
Yeah. Did we talk about this on the last one? I can't remember.
We've talked about it before in a little bit more detail.
Yeah, because that's where, to just say what I have on top of my head about it, it's like with a slingshot, someone who's a good practitioner of using it.
Yes.
I think I did say this last time.
Well, we talked about he was a good slingshotist.
That's right, we did. Yeah. Yes. Where, they're more accurate with better range and deadliness than a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
But they're harder to master.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, like, the idea of David with a slingshot is not like a little kid with a rock.
Yes.
It's like a skilled warrior is what it's describing.
Well, the comparison to today would be like, if he's good at it, it'd be like
a marksman.
Yeah.
Right.
It'd be throwing like Annie Oakley out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh yeah.
That's not a modern reference, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's fair. It'd be throwing a Navy SEAL out there.
But it's
like this person is really good with a gun.
Yeah.
And they hit what they want to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it became a lost art after that point.
Yeah. Because it was used in military. Like there were people that's like, oh, they were the slingshotists.
Yeah, and historically there's a bunch of accounts of like that happening in war and people like key people dying from that.
Yes.
So like that's not like again, it's not a boy with a rock. But
right.
But it strategically mentions that he has 5 rocks, and I think a lot of times we like at first it's like, well, just in case he missed.
Right.
But then the conversation is, well, but Goliath had 4 brothers. But then you go, well, but it only mentions 1 technical brother.
Yeah.
So then maybe the real thing is the Philistines were known to have giants for hire.
Yes.
And the giants for hire were known individuals.
And
maybe there were 5 of them.
Yeah, that's very... I mean, we know that...
But not necessarily Goliath.
David's men killed 4 others.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and it also could just be like prophetic foreshadowing.
That's true.
Which is also possible.
Yeah, I feel like all those things are possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't damage the story at all.
No, if anything, they... Like, the prophetic foreshadowing makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean that, like, the guy who wrote down the story was like, ooh, I'm going to add this detail? Like, that's not exactly... Like, it was probably just more true that that's how many stones he had, assuming there would be 5 giants.
It's possible, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what if David, in the Valley of Elah, is actually expecting to fight not 1 person, but 5 people?
Yeah.
It's probably... Like, to be honest, that may be what he was doing.
It's maybe not unrealistic.
No.
And it could have also been, like, on another side, it's like, well, what if he takes out Goliath and then one of the other Philistines, who's not a giant, is just like, I'm going to charge this guy.
Yeah, true.
It's like, it could have just been for that. Like, oh,
that's true.
Let me get more people.
He just had a revolver.
Right. Yeah.
And he didn't bring 1 bullet. He filled the cartridge.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. That would make sense, too.
Yeah.
So, all of the above.
So it could have been all those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting, though, because it does feel like foreshadowing in that sense.
Yeah, and I don't think we can discount that either, because the Bible loves to do foreshadowing.
For sure.
Yeah.
Meaning...
Especially when it comes to numbers.
Meaning the plans of God are intentional.
Yes.
Which is kind of cool.
Exactly.
So, yeah, 6 appendages?
6 phalanges?
Phalanges?
Is that just fingers? Does that include toes? I don't know.
Well, I guess appendages would be other things as well. So, like, you wouldn't necessarily do that exclusive to phalanges. I don't know if it's a toes.
I don't know if it's just fingers or...
Footlanges?
Footlanges.
Footlanges?
Phalanges and footlanges.
They work.
Anyway, they have more than enough.
Yeah, for sure. So what's going on with these other giants?
But yeah, so like just talking about that first of all, because I don't know about you, but I don't know anyone that has that situation going on.
No, I don't either.
And so it's like, well, what is that? Is that even real? Or is like the Bible just kind of like adding something here? And so actually the term for it, to get real crazy, is polydactyly.
Okay.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, it makes sense.
I never would have made that up.
That makes sense, though.
It does. Yeah,
like a medical term.
Like, they've got too many dactyles.
To each his own.
To each his own. And so I guess the question is like, okay, is this like a real thing?
Right.
Or is this just like do we see this happen other places, or just this one dude?
Yeah, because that would be like if the only place we ever see it in antiquity is in this one passage in the Bible.
Yeah.
Then it's a little bit like, is that just legend?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, we want to make him sound real scary. Give him 2 extra fingers, 2 extra toes. Like,
that is scary.
Yeah.
I mean,
it'd be
it didn't help him in the battle.
No.
Well, at least that one.
That one it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also think about if David with his mighty men fight this giant, and potentially that giant was already alive. Either that giant is David's age, or potentially a lot older.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like maybe the giant was tired by the time he got killed.
He was like,
he was as tired as David. He was hoping to fight David because they were both tired.
Like, you're tired too.
He's like, let me have a baguette.
Allow me.
Nice to meet you. Allow me.
Allow me. Goliath's French brother. That's wild.
I love it.
But yeah, so this polydactyly is actually a genetic trait that can be passed down and inherited.
Oh.
Which is like weird.
Yeah, that actually helps though.
And it also clusters within families.
Yeah.
That's the other big thing because of that. Because I think it's considered like a more dominant trait.
Okay.
Which is weird.
I mean, I could see that.
Yeah, I mean, so especially in like small groups of people, if someone has it, you're more likely to see it within all those people in that group.
Sure.
So
yeah, it's like if one guy has scales, the other person's probably going to get it too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you hate to see it.
A lot of scales around here.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's kind of like it's something that, I mean, I feel like some people are still born with it today. Like it still is passed down through some lines.
I feel like I've met somebody.
Oh, really?
Yeah, have you?
No. Did he have red hair?
I feel like I have a distant memory of a guy that was very pale, very blonde hair, that had like 6 toes on one foot or something like that.
That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that was just like a weird like TV show episode I saw when I was a kid, or if like I actually knew a kid that was like that.
Were you just watching The Princess Bride?
Maybe. Oh yeah, was it the villain in The Princess Bride?
The villain, yeah. He had like an extra finger.
But see, like that's calling back to something.
Yes, absolutely.
Like even in a comedy like that, it's still calling back to something.
Yeah.
The weird thing is that the giant in the movie wasn't the one with 6 fingers.
That's true.
Which is kind of funny.
Andre was actually clean.
So the guy who killed, how do you say his name?
I actually can't remember.
He says it all over and over and over again.
I'm Inigo Montoya.
Yeah, I'm Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Prepare to die.
So the guy who killed him had 6 fingers.
Yes.
And he was constantly looking for the 6-fingered man.
Yeah.
And then it ended up being the little bald guy, right?
No, it was like the king.
Inconceivable.
Because he died early.
Oh yeah, the poison?
Yeah.
That's right. Forgot about that.
Never make a bet with a Sicilian when death is on the line.
Inconceivable. I forgot about that.
You keep using that word.
I know.
I do not think it means what you think it means.
Oh, The Princess Bride. High recommend.
You ever heard of Plato? Socrates? Morons.
So,
anyway,
6 fingers.
I was way off.
Yeah. You just wanted to hang out and watch The Princess Bride.
I did. Actually, I kind of want to watch it now.
There's still time.
But yeah, so the rest of this podcast, we'll just be watching.
Let's hit play, right? Clink.
Inconceivable. Perfect.
That would be awesome. So 6 fingers.
So it's a because of how it is passed down within small groups and family lines.
Okay.
It kind of becomes like a genetic marker in some ways.
And that makes sense.
And so yeah, especially with like specific lineages.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because it's an interesting detail, and the fact that he's Goliath's brother.
Yeah.
Because, and this is not the Bible, this is me speculating based on this.
Paul's speculations. Go for it.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a funny way to...
Yeah, just go for it.
Not tonight. Not tonight.
These are Paul's speculations.
Yes, welcome.
Go.
Go on. Dance, monkey.
Give your speculation, Paul.
My speculation. No, so if we know because we know from the Bible his brother has 6 fingers on both hands and 6 toes on both feet.
Oh, no.
His brother.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, let me.
No.
What did I say wrong?
We don't know that.
How do you say?
It's two different guys.
No, wasn't the guy they name is his brother.
No, it's not. It's the next guy. I promise. So
Lami is the brother of Goliath.
Lami is the brother of Goliath.
Oh,
it's two separate passages.
Oh, did I mix those up?
No, it's just one after the other.
Huh.
So in that one, it's and there was again war with the Philistines, and that's when it talks about Lami. And then in verse 6, it goes, and there was again war at Gath.
Oh, I see.
And then that's when it names the six fingers.
Oh, that's a crazy man. Okay, well, let's backpedal
to be
here.
completely honest, the first Chronicles 20,
yes,
and 2 Samuel 21 are a little confusing.
They're confusing.
Like it puts a bunch of information right there, like smack.
Yes.
Like all jammed together.
It doesn't give you time to breathe.
Yeah. But this is actually a good point of like why we have these conversations.
That's true.
Is a little bit like, let's unpack it. Let's actually look at what the text says.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Break it down.
Yeah. Which if you read straight in that verse of 2 Samuel 21:20, it's like, wait a minute, there wasn't this other Benjamite killed Goliath the Gittite.
Yes.
That's weird. But that's not what happened in the larger context.
Yeah, it actually lays it out differently.
Yeah.
Okay, so my speculation is getting more speculative. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So since we know that it wasn't his brother that was named,
we can assume what, Paul?
Well, the only thing we do know.
Okay.
They're all from Gath.
That's true.
Thank God.
Well, actually,
no, you didn't read it. I promise I did.
Okay. So we can speculate.
Yeah, and
it was a speculation anyway.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. So I'm not even hurt.
No, it doesn't matter.
My feelings aren't even hurt a little bit, actually. Well, so what? Because here's the interesting thing about it is like, so they're all identified from being from the same place,
right?
But only one of them is specifically named to have that polydactyly.
Yeah, but his name was never given.
Yeah. But I think what's interesting about it is
also if gender wasn't given either.
That's
it was
true.
Just giant with 6 fingers, 6 toes. Could have been a lady.
Uh-oh. Dude looked like a lady.
But to be fair, at that time, yeah.
It was probably a dude.
We all know there were no giant ladies. Were there giant ladies in the Bible?
That's our opening.
You heard it here first. Or second, technically.
Well, it came here first.
Oh, wait, we already did our intro.
I mean...
So are we concluding that Goliath potentially...
Yeah, so I mean, let me follow it down a little bit. Still, okay. Just to say it.
Go for it.
So it's like, okay, here's 3 individuals.
Yeah.
Who are all identified from the same place.
Sure.
And one of them is a brother, but that's all we know about him.
Yes.
And the other one, and he's French. We know that as well.
Definitely French.
That's not a speculation. And then the other one, we just know he has way too many phalanges.
Yeah. Pterodactyls.
So it's like, okay, if that's like a genetic trait that's just getting kind of passed around within there, them bringing that up for this unnamed giant,
yes,
in some ways could just be another way of naming. Because if they, what am I trying to say? Hold on. So like if, let's assume, they're like, we all know Goliath has a couple extra digits. And obviously his brother does too.
We all know it.
And then they name it for this other guy. That's kind of in a way of attaching him to the rest of them.
Yes.
Because it's not, and I'm not saying that he did. Like, oh yeah, Goliath did have a few extras. But it would make sense that he might have.
Yeah. Well, we did mention this, I think, in the opening last week, that the new animated movie, David.
Yeah, that's right.
It pictures Goliath with 6 toes.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is interesting. But to be fair, I think, right here in 1 Chronicles 20, verse 6, it says, and there was again war at Gath.
Yeah.
So it's like again, there's war at Gath. It's continually war at Gath, where there was a man of great stature who had 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot, 24 in number, and he also was descended from the giants.
Yes.
So in that way, it's linking him right after it mentions Goliath and
and at the least, it's
Lami.
Like if they're saying that within this lineage, they tend to have extra fingers and toes. Saying that this one also does, it's like, oh no, he's a part of that lineage,
and he was also descended from the giants.
Yeah,
but the thing is
because
like
the other thing with that too is even just looking at historical texts in general, and especially like in scripture, it's like it doesn't usually give us details about someone's body,
sure,
or like descriptors, unless it's symbolic or meaningful in some way.
Yeah, and I think one of the main things I think we do know about the unique piece with giants in particular is that the genetic mutation seems to be what's happening. Like there seems to be a genetic mutation.
Yeah.
So in other words, there's something introduced into the bloodline that was not intended to be there, causing something that looks different from the original intent of the DNA structure of humanity.
Yes.
So in that sense, it's like it's another DNA marker. It's like, hey, that guy's a giant. I can probably assume he has 6 fingers and 6 toes, or 24 phalanges.
Yeah, and I mean that could even be a marker.
Do you have 24 phalanges?
Do you have how many fingers can you count on one hand?
Call this number 1-800-GOLIATH.
Goliath. We'll count your hand for you.
Yeah,
and then I mean that's the other thing too. For them, it's like if that was a genetic trait, if they saw someone with 6 fingers and they're like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, we know what your lineage looks like.
Well, and they listed a couple of those things too. It's like a great stature is probably the first thing you notice.
Yes.
And then you see that as well. So like, yeah, I don't know. It would be, it potentially like let's just say that Goliath and his brother don't have 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot.
Yeah.
They potentially had other genetic mutations where it's like, maybe it's just saying that there were all of the giants, all of the descendants of giants, they were both great in stature and they had weird genetic defects.
Yeah. I mean, so that is something we see common across like ancient descriptors of giants.
Yeah.
And it's typically they're too tall.
Yes.
They're too strong.
Yes.
And they're way too violent.
Right.
Those are like the 3 main things we see all the time.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, yeah, they're really big and they like to just punch stuff.
Yeah. Like the Hulk.
Yeah. They just Hulk smash.
Yeah. Okay. But so the giants themselves, like we talked about this a little bit, and I think it's probably important to just like briefly mention it. But like we talked about like the Anakim and the Raphaim.
Yeah.
And we kind of, okay, so like what exactly does that mean? Like, can we look at some of that genealogy and also point at different pieces? Like throughout the time, like I think the main place where it comes up is like we see Genesis 6 where the Nephilim are mentioned.
Yeah.
And then we see that after that, Nimrod becomes a Gibor. Yeah. That's the mighty men.
The men of renown.
The men of renown in Genesis 6. And then we see with Joshua and the scouts going into the land of Canaan, that they actually call them, we saw the Nephilim. Mm-hmm. Like we saw Nephilim in the land. Yeah. And when they say Nephilim in the land of Canaan, it's linked up to the Rephaim and the Anakim, or the sons of Anak. Yeah. And so like that's the interesting piece. Yeah. So it gives us markers of lineages, and instead of being like, well, Nephilim's only in these like 2 places. You know what I mean? And you go, well, actually it links it and it ties it into these other tribes like the Anakim and the Rephaim, and then later on there's other tribes that are in the region of the land of Canaan or in the peripheral regions that it strategically links them. Yes. In the same way that when Moses is writing the beginning of Genesis, he in Genesis 6 is like, and they were in the land in those days and after. Yes. And you're like, well, why would you write that except that you're writing it from the time after? So Moses is writing it from the time after. So when he writes that in Genesis chapter 6, verse 4, he's writing this passage where he realizes that the origin of those beings, or the mutation of that, is pre-flood.
Yeah.
But he knows that they exist in his time.
Mm-hmm.
So of course it says, and then after.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm looking at one right now.
Yeah, like that's I've heard of these. I've seen them.
Yeah,
like I've interacted with them. Moses has been in Egypt, potentially watching some of them.
Yes. No, honestly.
And maybe taking command of some of them as potential slaves in building projects.
Well, they probably wouldn't be called slaves.
Fair.
They'd be called like your partner.
Fair.
But you never know.
Fair. But
yeah, and honestly, in those words, and this is where it gets tricky, is because we actually see a lot of these words all throughout Scripture.
Mm-hmm.
But they're translated differently in a lot of places.
Yeah, and then so Joshua chapter 11 verse 22 states that no Anakim remain in Israelite territory except that some remained in Gaza, Gath, and Ashdod. And those are the crucial geographic bridge that places Anakim remnant in Gath.
Yeah.
So Joshua even mentions it. Like they pushed them all out of the main places of Israel, but some of the Anakim survivors are down in Gath.
Yeah.
So like before we even get to this moment with Goliath, we see that Joshua even mentions that like there's still giants outside the land.
Yeah.
But they're not in the land anymore.
Yeah.
So like they're still around.
They're and then not in our space.
Right, and that's why when we see the Philistines, it's like, well, the Philistines are a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not because the Philistines themselves are a problem, it's because of
who they're teaming up with.
Yes, and who is in their midst, and and then how that is a remnant of pre-flood situation that potentially causes the flood. And there's this whole blend of these things where like giants are a problem.
Yeah.
And it's not like, well, giants are good people too. That's not really the conversation.
No, that's not. No.
The conversation is like the giants got there as a byproduct of sinful actions and humanity not being fruitful and multiplying in the way that they were intended to be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah.
And I'll continue to be slightly vague.
Okay, I like it.
So I mean that's
good.
not a full breakdown of giants, but that's a little bit.
That's a good start.
Yeah. That at least shows us the bridge of the Nephilim to the Rephaim to the Anakim, the sons of Anak.
Yeah.
And then Joshua mentioning that the Anakim are down in Gath, where later we see them team up with the Philistines who are in that region. And then we get these giants in Chronicles and then in 2 Samuel that are a problem again.
Yeah.
And those are the giants that were pushed out of Israel, but not destroyed. So they eventually come back to hurt Israel.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's something that we see inside Scripture and outside of Scripture. Is just the influence of the giants.
Yeah.
Which that is a whole other episode to talk about for sure if you ever get down that path.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like if you just like watch all of our episodes, you can piece it all together.
I think so. Yeah, probably.
There's a lot of giant talk. There's a giant amount of giant talk.
There's a massive amount.
Yeah.
But the one thing I did want to talk about a little bit too.
Okay.
And because even on more of like a symbolic, meaningful side.
Yeah.
Focusing in back on this like 6 fingers thing.
Yeah.
Because I think that also plays a role into the layers of the narrative. And what Scripture is trying to lay out in a lot of different ways.
Okay.
Because I say this a lot as well, and we talk about it. It's like there's never just like one meaning,
right?
But it's always like it's layering meaning on meaning.
Yes.
And so with this, it's interesting because even when we look at like ancient warfare, and this is part of why giants were so powerful and they were mighty warriors.
Yeah.
And one of them is like, well, if they did have extra fingers, like, what does that mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you've had extra toes.
Yeah.
Because that is something we see outside of Scripture in other ancient texts as well.
Yeah.
It's not just in Scripture. That it's like, oh, a lot of these guys actually had this trait.
True.
But it's like, so for grip, it's like, oh yeah, they have better grip strength.
Yeah.
Because they have a whole extra finger.
Further reach.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the better to grab you with.
My, what an extra finger you have, Grandma. But and then it's like they also have better control of their weapons.
Yeah.
And it's also horrifying to look at.
True.
But then as far as like their toes go, it's like, yeah, they have better stability and they can stand their ground a little bit better. So it's like why I'm saying all this is really to point out this, I think this other element of the biblical narrative where it's like, okay, here's this like obviously superior warrior.
Yes.
And now all these just like regular guys are going to go take him out.
Something I didn't even consider is the idea that man was not made for war.
Yeah.
But the Rephaim were.
They were. Yeah.
And that's
because when you think about it, it's like, yeah, they were too big.
Yes.
They were too strong.
Yes.
And too violent.
Yes, and when you
which is perfect for war.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when you look at like Samson's a great example.
Yeah.
When you look at Samson, it's never talking about his stature or his physical strength. It's mentioning that the Spirit of the Lord comes upon him, and supernaturally there are feats of strength.
Yes.
That occur. And that's what happens with everybody.
Yeah.
So like every judge has that characteristic. All the warriors, it's the Spirit of God comes upon them to do these things that are outside of their physical ability to do.
Yeah.
But yet the Anakim and the Rephaim and the Nephilim, like these are genetic mutated individuals that are geared towards war.
Yes.
They're geared towards battle.
Yes.
In a way that humanity was not originally equipped, which is kind of interesting.
It's very interesting.
It's a technology mutation of humanity.
Yes.
It's a super soldier.
Yeah.
Which maybe that opens up a whole other can of worms.
It does. And I'm glad actually it did. But yeah, no, you're exactly right. And
should I just say it? Is that a crazy thing to say? Do you know what I'm referring to?
I think so.
Okay.
Try to say what would be more fun, to keep him on the edge or
Well, it's not we wouldn't do an episode on it.
Oh, okay. Then
but
say it, yeah.
Well, just the idea that like potentially Hitler's super soldier concept was actually more about spiritual rituals going back to the days of Nimrod.
There's a lot I could say about that.
I know, but that's obviously it's. But
I would say probably
it's speculation, but with a lot of data points.
There's a lot of data points that would make it seem very plausible.
And the idea would be that a super soldier is taking a human and making them genetically modifying them to be a warrior.
Yeah,
which is exactly what the Rephaim, the Anakim, like it's what the Nephilim were.
Yeah,
they were genetically modified humans that were mighty men of old. They were the men of renown.
They were the ones to dominate and to rule the earth.
Yes,
that's what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, but that was supposed to be humanity's job.
Exactly.
And so like that is the thing. Like, so when you hear like super soldier, like that really is like it harkens back to Nimrod became a Gibor.
Yeah.
And so like that's the whole thing is like these giants are they're super soldiers. They are through spiritual means, their genetics and their DNA is modified for them to become a superior warrior, which is not what humanity was designed to do. Not to fight each other, but instead to have dominion over the earth, and that's how our DNA was laid out.
That's how our bodies are made.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
So maybe that does make sense.
That's
maybe this is that episode.
It actually kind of feels like it was.
Well,
yeah. So there you go. There's our another Short Kings series episode, but this time about
Giant
not
kings.
Short Kings, and also way too many digits.
Yeah,
on their
but we
hands and
finally
feet.
kind of more directly talked about giants.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That is kind of a
yeah.
That's
Maybe we should fully go into giants next.
honestly, I'd be super.
I mean, this would be a perfect setup.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe we should.
Okay.
I love how we're doing it right after talking about a bunch of short people. Now we're like,
It makes sense.
and the biggest people. Now, actually, it does make a lot of sense.
Yeah, go from the short ones to the,
the tall ones.
or we could go to the really, really short ones.
Oh yeah,
Let's not talk about that.
that could be fun though.
Watch out for giants. 3, 2, 1.